Away from health matters now, a federal high court in Kano State has set aside a ruling of the FCT High Court suspending the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Adams Oshomole. Ruling on an appeal filed by Oshomole, Justice Louis Alauga ordered the police and Department of State Services to provide security for Oshomole to resume in his office. On Wednesday, Justice Danlemi Senchi had granted an order of interim injunction stopping Oshomole from parading himself as the APC national chairman. However, hours after the ruling, Oshomole appealed the judgment at the Court of Appeal, Abuja Division. The Nigerian Senate has finally approved the federal government's borrowing plan of 2016 to 2020, and that 4 years after it was first presented by President Muhammadu Buhari. Before the approval, there was tension on the floor of the Senate following the insistence of the opposition senators to know details of the $22.7 billion foreign loan request. Minority Leader Senator Eyinaya Abaribe warned that going ahead and passing the multi-billion-dollar loan request without the details would spell doom for the country. But Senate President Ahmed Lawan assured him that no part of the fund will be allowed to be spent outside what it was appropriated for.
After exhaustive deliberations and consideration, therefore, the committee hereby makes the following recommendation to the Senate for consideration and approval. That the Senate do approve the under-listed ongoing negotiation and external borrowing in the sum of $22,798,446,773 under the 2016-18 medium-term external borrowing rolling plan.
There are some aspects of this loan that we must have to vote on to decide whether they are in our interest or not. And the Senate leader had even confirmed with me and said that all he wants also, and he's right here, you can find out from him, that we accept the ones that we raise our economy. We have some issues with certain things inside here. The reason why reports of committees come to the General House is so that we can make our inputs into those things. You are putting us in a very impossible situation because you're telling us to pass even those things that we approve of. It's either we say no or we say yes. And we say that that is not the way that we do our debates here.
I recognize you in almost all the two cases you raised your hands. The only one I denied you was when you came under 43. And under 25, our standing order 25, H. I interpret the rules. My understanding was you are supposed to have at least intimated me of what you are going to say. And that was how I ruled. It was not any effort to muzzle you. So there is nothing wrong in voting against whatever you don't want. We are going to follow very strictly how these funds are applied by the executive arm of government, funding the projects. Our committees, we must be prepared to ensure that no single dollar or cent is spent on any other thing outside of what has been indicated here.